Number 10533 marks a pivotal moment in the Philippine education landscape. Through this law, the Philippines adopted the K-12 Basic Education Program, which aimed to enhance the country's basic education system. The program strengthened the curriculum and extended the number of years of basic education from 10 years to 12 years. Before this reform, the Philippines was one of only three countries in the world with 10 years of basic education alongside Djibouti and Angola. To ensure a smooth transition, the K-12 program was implemented in phases. Kindergarten learners began the program in school year 2011-2012, followed by grade 1 and grade 7 in school year 2012-2013. Year by year, additional grade levels were introduced until the program was fully implemented in school year 2017-2018, when the first batch of grade 6 and grade 12 graduates under the K-12 program completed their studies. In school year 2023-2024, the country celebrated another milestone, the graduation of the first learners who completed the entire K-12 program from kindergarten to grade 12.
23, 24 gid ang nag-kinder to grade 10.
The K-12 program also faced several challenges. Results from both national and international assessments showed little improvement in the academic performance of learners. Studies from organizations such as UNICEF and CIMEO highlighted concerns about student learning outcomes. At the same time, emerging research on how children learn emphasized the importance of adapting education systems to future global trends and the evolving needs of learners. These findings encouraged the Department of Education to review and enhance the current curriculum to identify areas for improvement and ultimately raise the quality of Philippine basic education. In response, the Department of Education, in partnership with the Assessment, Curriculum and Technology Research Center, conducted a rigorous review of the K-12 curriculum. The review gathered insights from many education stakeholders, including academics, public and private school teachers, and curriculum experts. This collaborative effort helped identify the key opportunities for improvement in the current curriculum. As a result, the revised equipment curriculum framework was developed to guide the revision of learning areas and curriculum guides. The Bureau of Curriculum Development began the official review in 2019. The curriculum review examined 4 key phases: intended curriculum, what the curriculum plans learners should learn; implemented curriculum, how teachers deliver lessons in the classroom; assessed curriculum, how student learning is measured; and achieved curriculum, the actual learning outcomes of students.
Curriculum.
The review revealed several important issues. First, the curriculum was too congested. Students and teachers struggled to cover all the learning competencies within the limited time available. Second, some learning competencies were misplaced. Prerequisite skills were not always clearly identified or sequenced properly. And third, there was an imbalance in cognitive demand. Foundational skills in the early grades, especially from kindergarten to grade 3, needed stronger emphasis. In addition, results from international assessments and benchmarks from countries such as Singapore, United States, and Australia highlighted the need to improve educational outcomes for Filipino learners. Following the review, the Department of Education began a curriculum revision process. The process lasted 1 year and 5 months, from February 2022 to July 2023. This process included developing shipping papers and curriculum guides, validating the documents, revising the content, conducting public review, and finalizing the curriculum. For the first time in Philippine education history, curriculum documents were shared publicly to gather feedback from education stakeholders.
Validating documents. Oo.
The revision process involved a wide range of collaborators. This included experts from leading universities such as University of the Philippines, Ateneo de Manila University, De La Salle University, University of Santo Tomas, Philippine Normal University. It also involved DepEd teachers and school leaders, private schools and education organizations, civil society groups, industry partners, and international education experts. This collaborative approach ensured that multiple perspectives shaped the revised curriculum. A total of 4,843 respondents, including students, teachers,
843.
school owners, government agencies, and organizations participated. The results showed a 96% public approval rate for the general shaping paper. Respondents agreed that the goals of the curriculum were clear and competencies were appropriate for learners. The curriculum strongly focused on literacy and numeracy. Feedback from the public review was carefully considered, leading to further improvements in the curriculum.
Ganda revision.
The curriculum revision followed several important learning principles. First, learning is not possible in an overcrowded curriculum. Second, learning competencies must be age appropriate. Third, learning builds on prior knowledge where students learn new concepts based on what they already know. And finally, learning progresses step by step where complex skills are built upon foundational skills. The revised curriculum introduces several key improvements. That-adjusted curriculum with fewer learning competencies. A stronger focus on literacy and numeracy in kindergarten to grade 3, balanced cognitive demands across grade levels. Clear integration of 21st century skills, reduced number of learning areas in early grades, strengthen values education through GMRC and values education, and integration of peace education concepts. One major reform is the reduction of learning areas in the early grades. For example, grade 1 now has 5 learning areas instead of 7, including language, reading and literacy, mathematics, Makabansa, and GMRC. These subjects were designed to strengthen foundational learning and help learners develop essential skills early on. One new learning area introduced in the revised curriculum is Makabansa. This subject integrates concepts from civics, arts and culture, history, physical education, and health. The goal of Makabansa is to help learners understand their identity as Filipinos and develop a deep sense of national pride, cultural awareness, and civic responsibility.
It's the same.
The revised curriculum emphasizes
Siguro
important
6, 9
21st century skills such
Iba lang, share lang.
as digital literacy, critical thinking and problem solving, future-oriented thinking, resilience, and adaptability. These competencies prepare learners for a rapidly changing and increasingly digital world.
843. Ako na to.
Experts.
800.
Values education has also been strengthened. Learners from kindergarten to grade 6 study good manners and right conduct, or GMRC, while learners from grade 7 to 10 study values education. These subjects help learners develop empathy, responsibility, resilience, and strong moral character. These education concepts are integrated across different learning areas. These include self-awareness, community engagement, human rights and responsibilities, disaster preparedness, and environmental stewardship.
Unsa gani ni mo?
The goal is to nurture learners who contribute to peaceful, resilient, and inclusive communities.
Balance.
The revised curriculum curriculum is being implemented through a phased rollout. Phase 1 began with kindergarten, grades 1,
Sharo
4,
maka-cellphone
and
pa tong mga
7.
participants sa akin.
Phase 2 included grades 2, 3, 5, and 8. The final phase will cover grades 6, 9, and 10, completing the nationwide implementation. Teacher training, learning materials, and stakeholder engagement continue to support this transition. The Department of Education envisions a future where every Filipino learner is given the opportunity to grow and succeed. Through the revised curriculum, learners will be equipped with strong literacy and numeracy skills, empowered with meaningful 21st century competencies, grounded in Filipino identity while globally aware, prepared for higher education, employment, and lifelong learning. As education expert Grant Wiggins once said, a good curriculum is not about offering content. It's about creating experiences for students to endure and make meaning of the content. When learners actively engage in learning, they develop deeper understanding and lasting knowledge. Together, let us continue creating meaningful learning experiences that inspire curiosity, critical thinking, and a lifelong love for learning. Maraming salamat po.